Gulson, the issue of what bathroom to use isn't sitting well, as we know, with everyone, but some school districts in California have already taken steps towards inclusion long before this announcement was made.
Mike, good evening. It's actually been the practice for a few years here at the Pine Richland School District that students can use whatever bathroom they identify most with, regardless of their anatomy. Now, fast forward to 3 weeks ago on March 11th, Pine Richland Superintendent Brian Miller sent a letter out to parents letting them know about this practice and its importance in terms of complying with federal civil rights laws.
The federal judge says transgender students cannot pick which bathroom they
The political and social struggle over bathrooms and gender blew up today.
Various people don't understand why bathrooms are the forefront in transgender rights, causing them to not believe the issue is that important. Not allowing transgender students to use the bathroom they identify with reveals how our country doesn't care about them. Bathrooms provide comfort, as it's a place everyone is allowed to go to, yet transgender students are pushed away when trying to go to the bathroom they identify with. There are traumatizing impacts with this. When making a transgender student use the bathroom with the gender they were born with, you're directly stating their identity isn't valid. Anna Phillips stated bathrooms are the next battleground, as everyone has equal rights to use the bathroom they identify with. While transgender students have been provided more rights in school, it's still not enough. All of the rights granted towards transgender students only involve direct bullying. However, that's not the main issue. Many students go behind transgender students' backs to report them using the wrong bathroom and how it makes them uncomfortable. But how about the transgender student? The National Center for Transgender Equality released transgender students can wear what they want and have equal opportunities in learning, but includes nothing about bathrooms. According to the national poll by the Public Relations Research Institute, 53% of Americans surveyed oppose laws requiring transgender people to use bathrooms that correspond to their sex at birth. This proves that our national government has opposing views that don't reflect the majority of our population.
Today.
Equal rights is it's a part of our government, our amendments. I don't think it should be based on gender. If you're a U.S. citizen, you should be treated like one.
I would feel comfortable with them going into the bathroom because obviously they think that they're female and I'm female, so they wouldn't harm me.
Last year, Gavin Grimm, a transgender teenage boy, sued the Gloucester County School Board in Virginia after school admins refused to let him use the boys' bathroom at his high school. While Gavin Grimm isn't in college yet, it's important to recognize how discouraging and discriminating against transgender high school students will make them less likely to want to further their time in school. To encourage students to attend college, our government needs to first make sure all high school students are comfortable there, or else it will discourage their want to further their education. Also, a federal appeals court sided with Gavin last year, and the local school board appealed to the nation's highest court.
The Supreme Court aspect of it is daunting, if only because it's the Supreme Court. I mean, this could go really well or it could go really wrong, and I have to be prepared for that reality. But regardless of what happens in the end, we'll justify the means, because even if we suffer a loss, we've generated a conversation that's moved the nation in the right direction. And if we win and it's after I graduate, I'm still doing good for a lot of other kids.
Mary Beth Tucker, Assistant Vice President for Equity Compliance here at the University of Arizona, released a statement. In keeping with the university's policy on non-discrimination on the basis of gender identity, the university allows individuals to use a restroom that corresponds to their gender identity. The statement even included a promise that the university is devoted to include at least one gender-neutral bathroom in new buildings constructed on campus to the extent visible, proving they're committed allies to the LGBTQ community. While the University of Arizona is a very inclusive community regarding LGBTQ rights, many other schools across the country aren't so fortunate. Bathrooms are the national forefront for transgender rights because they allow students to know that their school believes their identity is valid, which proves them comfort and reassures them that they have support. While certain states have protections against discrimination of transgender people, they don't include protection in public spaces such as bathrooms. I find this extremely alarming, as is evident through the media that bathrooms have been the forefront for transgender rights for the past couple of years. The University of Arizona is providing a safe space for transgender students by allowing students to use the bathroom they identify with, actively going against the Trump administration. I believe it's crucial that transgender students should be allowed to use the bathroom they identify with at the University of Arizona. Thus, I hope that our stand influences other schools across the nation to be more accepting and accommodating as well.